All right, let's dive in. We need to talk about a major retirement reset that's coming your way. You see, in 2026, a perfect storm of new financial laws is about to completely change the game for how you save, invest, and build a legacy. We're going to walk you through exactly what you need to know step by step.
So, you hear a phrase like watershed moment, and you might wonder if it's just hype. Well, this time it's for real. We're not just talking about some minor tweaks to the tax code here. This is a fundamental overhaul of the financial landscape, and you're going to want to get ahead of it.
So what's driving this massive shift? Well, it's what happens when two huge pieces of legislation finally come together. You've got the Secure 2.0 Act and a whole new set of tax provisions we'll just call the OBBBA. When these two forces combine, boom, they create a whole new playbook for retirement.
So, here's what we're going to cover. We'll explore this new thing called the super catch-up, for those of you still working. Then we'll get into a game-changing grandchild wealth hack. After that, we'll talk about why you might need to rethink your entire estate plan. And finally, and this is really important, we'll cover the critical traps you absolutely need to sidestep. Okay, first up, let's talk about a huge new opportunity for anyone who's still working in their early 60s. Seriously, if you've ever wished you could just hit a fast-forward button on your retirement savings, well, this is pretty much it.
Just take a look at this jump. It's pretty dramatic, right? We're going from one level to a completely different one. But here's the key. It's for a very specific 4-year window where you get the chance to seriously supercharge your savings.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you are specifically 60, 61, 62, or 63 years old, your 401k catch-up contribution limit is soaring. It's jumping from the usual $8,000 all the way up to a record-breaking $11,250.
But, and this is a big but, there's a catch. If you're a high earner, meaning you made over $150,000 in the prior year, that entire $11,250 has to go into a Roth account. So you pay the taxes on it up front, but then it gets to grow and be withdrawn completely tax-free down the road. This table really just shows you the new layers of complexity. It's not just about how much you can save anymore. Now it's about how you can save it, and it all depends on your age and your income. And listen, here's a crucial heads up. If you're a high earner and your job doesn't offer a Roth 401k option, you might miss out on these extra catch-up contributions entirely. Okay, now let's get to what might be the most exciting part of these new laws. Seriously. We're talking about a brand new tool for building generational wealth, and it is an absolute game changer for grandparents. It's officially known as a Section 530A account, but you know what? It's already picked up a nickname, the Trump account. Just think of it as a brand new way to give a child a massive financial head start, literally from day one. And here's what makes it so incredibly powerful compared to, say, a traditional custodial IRA. See, with an IRA, the kid has to have a job. They need earned income. But with this new Trump account, that requirement is just gone. A grandparent can start funding an account for a grandchild the moment they're born. So, starting in 2026, pretty much anyone, we're talking family, friends, even employers, can put in up to a combined $5,000 a year for each child. I mean, can you just imagine giving a kid that kind of financial foundation? And this is where it gets really mind-blowing. Let's say you start early and you contribute that full amount consistently. Well, assuming a pretty modest 6% return, that account could be worth nearly $200,000 by the time that child turns 18. That is a life-changing amount of money before they even have their first real job.
But hold on, don't rush out and try to open one of these just yet. You got to circle July 4th, 2026 on your calendar, because that is the official launch date for this incredible new tool.
Next up, let's look at how all these changes are going to impact high net worth families. The new legislation is completely rewriting the rules on the estate tax, which you might know better as the death tax. This slide really puts the sheer scale of this change into perspective. I mean, we were heading for a cliff where the estate tax exemption was going to get slashed to about $7 million. Instead, the new rules completely reverse that and then some, dramatically increasing the exemption. This basically turns a looming crisis for a lot of families into a total non-issue for almost everyone. So the new exemption is a massive $15 million per person. That's $30 million for a married couple. And what that does is it fundamentally changes the whole strategy for estate planning. It's no longer this mad dash to give away your assets just to sneak under that tax threshold.
Now, the much smarter play for many seniors is to actually hold on to those appreciating assets, like stocks or property. Why would you do that? Because it lets your heirs take advantage of this incredible thing called a step-up in basis. It's almost like a magic rule that resets the cost of an asset to whatever it was worth on the day you pass away, and that can literally wipe out a gigantic capital gains tax bill for your kids.
Okay, finally, let's talk about what to watch out for. Because with any big new set of rules, there are always new traps you can fall into. We're going to cover two of the most critical ones, so you can navigate all these changes safely.
So the first trap is the one rollover per year rule. And trust me, it is a big one. If you're moving money between your IRAs, and you do it by getting a physical check that you then deposit into the new account, you can only do that once every 12 months. And that's not per account, that's across all of your IRAs. If you make that mistake a second time, you are looking at a huge, totally unnecessary tax bill.
The safe way, and really the only way you should be moving money between IRAs more than once a year, is with a direct trustee-to-trustee transfer. In this case, the money goes straight from one financial institution to the other. You never touch it, it's never in your hands, and so that one per year rule just doesn't apply.
And now for some good news, this time for beneficiaries. The new rules actually provide some much-needed grace. So, if an heir misses taking a required minimum distribution, an RMD, in the same year that the original account owner passes away, that really stiff penalty is now automatically waived. It's a small change, but it can make a really big difference during a very difficult time.
So, as you can see, 2026 isn't just another year on the calendar. It's a complete and total reset of the financial rulebook. The strategies that worked for you yesterday might not be the best ones for tomorrow. So the real question is, are you ready to adapt?